So I just grew up with just this deep sense of love for my country. My dad's a veteran. I have veterans on both sides of my family. I really do have hope always ahead of me saying there's a solution, there's something more. I love history. My dad's a veteran. I have veterans on both sides of my family. So I just grew up with just this deep sense of love for my country. And obviously faith, right? I think all things are possible. I think if, bad things happen, you should strategize and overcome those things. And I really do have hope always ahead of me saying there's a solution, there's something more. I also have played sports my whole life, 4 brothers, lots of boy cousins, and played many different sports. And so I kind of see politics as my sport. And I think we need to grow our teams. I think people need to understand they always have a role to play, whether you're on the team or, I was the water boy for years, helping candidates to get elected. But whether you're in the fan, in the stadium, you need to be involved. Like, we have an election, which means this is homecoming. Like, this is the big game, And if people are putting their hats on and their shirts on, it's really they're cheering for their team. It's not personal. We don't hate the other team, but we're really in a competition. And people need to understand you can't take it too seriously. Nobody gets mad, at either team for wearing their team colors at the big game. And I just, you want to put that in context, but it's a team sport, politics, and you should be cheering for your team. You should know their stats. You should know who the players are. And it's really important that we understand it affects us. It affects us in the long run. It affects us in policy. And so, I say that often, politics is my sport. I don't mean to make light of it, but I do think it needs practice. I think you need to be involved. And no matter who you are, you can play a role and you can do important things and affect the team. And so I think the more we can get people involved, the more we can do. I think the more people see that there's hope at the end of the tunnel, they can kind of put things into perspective. I feel like the people that are super hands-off always get the most frustrated because they feel like, well, I don't even know how you would fix it. And it's like, well, engage, because there's lots of things that you can do incrementally or whatever to get us back on track. But it just requires that people show up.